Okay, yeah, sorry for the later stream today, but I've been working on the tier list that I've been trying to make, and I just got it finished. So, after these two streams, we are going to be doing the tier list. But yeah, first we've got to go over two characters today, being Robin and Shulk, but first we are going to do Robin. So, Robin, pretty fast character. I mean, not fast, but sorry, but pretty slow character, actually, being, I believe, the second slowest in the game. I think I was thinking of like airspeed, because Robin is actually kind of fast in the air, but on the ground Robin is the second slowest character in the game for dash speed, so can't really run around that much, which is kind of okay for Robin because they are much more of a zoner character, but just means that things like arc fire into up air are going to be much harder to hit because you'll have to like run and then jump and then hope that you land the up air, and then a lot of things could go wrong in that combo, but still a pretty basic one. But yeah, in the air, Robin actually moves pretty fast compared to ground speed. I guess about the same, but that is a pretty decent air speed. You do move a lot faster in the air than you do on the ground. Though some characters just move pretty slow on both. With Robin, you've got a pretty decent recovery. Your jump height's okay, but your recovery is good as long as you have the tome, because as you can see at the bottom left-hand corner where the Robin like symbol is, the book is depleting every time that I up B, and when it completely depletes, then I can no longer up special. Like I can get that, but as soon as the book comes back, then I can recover. So if you're at the ledge like this, you have to play very carefully, because you don't want to be into, or you don't want to enter a situation where you can't up special to get back like that. Okay, so yeah, now let's get into moveset. So for dash attack, not that strong. Let me wait on Levin Sword here. So as you can see, Levin Sword does not affect dash attack. There are a few moves that don't affect, but I just wanted to show that even though I'm not going to be charging Levin Sword for all of the moves, it's just because Levin Sword doesn't affect those moves. Like with dash attack. With dash attack, does a decent amount of damage, but it doesn't really lead into combos or anything. Like, you kind of just knock someone off stage, and then you can edge guard them potentially. Maybe create a tech chase on the ground. But Robin's a little bit too slow for tech chases in the first place, so it doesn't really work out. With Robin's jab, a really good jab actually, one of the better ones in the game. Rap's jab's decent, but the 3-hit jab is a pretty solid kill move, and it does decent damage. It kills at like 100%, I believe, at the ledge. Might not kill then for Falcon, but let me try like 110. Yeah, as you can see, it's a very strong kill move. So it's very good for just like running up to somebody and jabbing them at higher percents if you want to get a kill, but Robin rarely uses jab in the first place, or at least whenever I've used Robin, I've rarely used jab, because most of the time you'll be zoning with your projectiles. With your tilt, you've got up tilt, which is just kind of decent for people are landing on you. I guess you can kind of juggle people with it. It does combo into itself at lower percents, but eventually it'll just get too high and you'll have to hit them with like an up air out of the up tilt, which isn't a combo or anything like that, it's just juggling. Something like that. And then with Levin Sword, the juggles become more powerful because up air is boosted by Levin Sword. With forward tilt, it's just a decent move for getting people away from you if they're right next to you and you want to zone. So, like if this Falcon were right here, then I would just throw out a forward tilt, or like a down tilt as well can be used that way. But down tilt does have less knockback, but it's a little bit faster than forward tilt and has a little bit less lag. With your smash attacks, you've got up smash, which is affected by Levin Sword, forward smash as well, and down smash is. So basically just all of your smashes and all of your aerials are affected by Levin Sword. With down smash, it becomes a multi-hit. With the bronze sword, it's just single hit. Same thing with forward smash, it just does less damage, but it's not a multi-hit. And then up smash becomes much stronger, but it's still single hit. Even with bronze sword, which I can show here. Or I guess the angle kind of changes as well. I did forget to mention that. So you can only hit people that are above you without Levin Sword. Whereas with Levin Sword you can hit people with it rising. Yeah, they are very good kill moves. Like down smash is really good for 2 framing when you've got Levin Sword, although it's not that great with the Bronze Sword. Forward smash is also not that great with the Bronze Sword, but really good with Levin Sword, as it will do a decent amount of percent. And knockback, and then up smash. Good for juggling without Levin Sword, but it's much better with Levin Sword. Like the Bronze Sword has decent juggle. The Levin Sword just launches directly upward, so it's much better. And it also kills faster. Yeah, so with aerials, you've got neutral air, which hits on both sides, as you can see, and then with Levin Sword, we'll hit on both sides with just a stronger hit. Up air, kind of already shown it, but it's just mainly for juggling. You can't really do landing up air, I believe. There we go. So you just have to be very quick on your timing because it has a lot of startup, so you can't do it too low to the ground. Kind of have to do it a bit higher. So like about, I'm doing it where about my foot is at Falcon's head. Is when I'm starting the move because of how much startup it has. Forward air and back air are also affected by Levin Sword. Back air is going to have much more knockback, but forward air combo is a little bit better. So back air is better at edge guarding, but forward air is also pretty decent at edge guarding as well. Though forward air is mainly just used for things like Arc Fire, Fair, and then continuing that combo, though that's a little bit of a harder combo to continue with certain characters, or if your opponent DIs and stuff like that. So yeah, now into specials. We've got neutral special, which is going to just summon a random spell out of the tome. The longer you charge it, changes it, so it's not really truly random. So L Thunder, and then you've got this one, which is the one that I use the most, Arc Thunder. It's very slow, so people can like try to shield it and then they'll just drop shield, because if they try to shield it because you keep doing the purple one, you can just hit them with either Thunder or L Thunder, because it's much faster. But if you condition them with those and then you throw out a purple one, it does much more damage. And then the largest one, which has a very long amount of range. Yeah, I messed up there, but it also has a bit of startup, so you kind of have to double jump to do that. Yeah, there we go. So it does a bit less damage than the third one, but it does much more knockback and also has a pretty ridiculous amount of range in front of Robin. It also depletes half the tome, and it has much more knockback than the third one. It can also kind of be comboed into, but not true combo, just kind of like a string. I've seen people do it with Arc Fire, because Arc Fire is going to be your side special. It's one of Robin's better combo tools, but it will disappear just like with the tomes. They'll disappear over time through use, so. But Arc Fire is one that regenerates pretty quickly. The yellow tome that summons all of your neutral special spells is going to deplete pretty quickly if you do this final one here. But yeah, you can also grab the tomes just like with Levin Sword and throw them back. But it has a pretty long recharge time for neutral special. Side special is a pretty fast one. Like I just got neutral special back. And then with Arc Fire, as you can see, it has a pretty fast charging time. Up special, I believe, has the fastest charging time, and then Levin Sword has the slowest. I think it might be between Levin Sword and neutral specials, spell tome, that are going to be the slower ones. But yeah, up special kind of already went over it, and then down special is going to be a like command grab that heals Robin a bit. I believe you can mash out of it though, because it's just like, it's basically like a regular grab and pummel, but as soon as it's gone, then Robin does get an invincibility frame out of it, but that's pretty much it, so it's not that useful. Just like whenever Robin grabs, you do get an invincibility frame, but it's very fast. Whereas without the spell tome, it's a little bit slower, easier to see. With your grabs, you've got down throw, which combos into fair at higher percents, doesn't combo at 0, thought it might. Yeah, let me just try to do non-combo hit. Okay. So this is the percent where it should combo. Or at least it has a very small amount of time to be air dodge. Yeah, there we go. So that's the combo there. It's basically just down throw fair, because you can also do down throw up air in some cases, depending on DI, and then down throw back air as well. But down throw into down air doesn't really work, and I kind of forgot to go over down air, but it's basically just a single hit downward that will spike with Levin Sword, but it's not that strong with the Bronze Sword. But yeah, slide special. Kind of forgot to say that it does have other combos than just slide special into forward air. You can also do back air, up air, or down air out of the slide special, just depending on where you are and where your opponent DIs to after their hit. Yeah, back to throws. Up throw is going to be a juggle starter, although it doesn't really start juggles easily, as Robin has to jump pretty high up to be able to get another hit. So most of the time you just want to try to like bait out an air dodge and then punish for like an up tilt, so that way you can start juggles a little bit better. But yeah, it's not a bad one for doing that. Forward throw and back throw are going to be kill throw slash tech chases. Back throw kills much better than forward throw does, so it's probably your better one for doing that. But as you can see, down air does spike. I did kind of forget to mention that. And L1 also kind of spikes sometimes, but it's mostly just used to recover. Like, you can angle it a bit to try and hit people while you're recovering, or while you're like jumping over them, but outside of that it really doesn't have that many uses. But yeah, and then Pummel doesn't really do that much damage, as you kind of see here. And you kind of use a spell to grab someone, although it's not really using a spell tome or anything like that. And then Rapid Jab, I did forget to mention that it does deplete your up special tome, so you can't use up special if you use Rapid Jab a lot. Use Lucid Tome, and then the Gentleman, which is that jab there, will deplete the Arc Fire Tome, which is going to make it where you can't combo as much if you just spam that. But yeah, now I guess we can get into a game. Let's see. CPU behavior is going to be on level 9. So yeah, I'm just going to try to start zoning here. Shouldn't have started with Arc Fire though. And then Captain Falcon's going to edge guard, so I definitely shouldn't have Arc Fired there as well. But I thought I might be able to hit him with it. I'm going to use Fair to outrange him, and then try to hit back air. I'm just trying to get Falcon out of the way so that way I can start zoning, but he's very good at approaching due to being the second fastest character in the game. Which is why I kind of struggle as zoner characters on these guides. But yeah, I lost Levin Sword, which isn't that great, because I was kind of just spamming aerials, hoping Falcon would fall into one. Which, as you can tell by his percent, it didn't really work. Got somewhat of a combo started there. But yeah, Arc Fire's gone actually, so that's not that great because now I can't really zone him as effectively, so I'm gonna try to use projectiles. But I don't know if it's gonna work that well. It's seeming to work decently, because Falcon does struggle against projectiles that launch in that angle. But yeah, I knew Levin Sword was about to go out there, so tried to do it above Falcon so it might run into him, and it worked. Yeah, Levin Sword coming right back in just when I needed it, and then that's going to kill. Very easy kill confirm to do off the side, because Arc Fire just kind of combos into everything. It's basically like PK Fire, except with a lot stronger combo potential. But yeah, as you can see, Arc Fire to Fair did about 29% to Falcon, and that's it being stale as well. Now how much does... Okay, Elwind has about one more use. So I want to make sure that I don't use Elwind whenever I don't... Or I don't go off stage whenever Elwind has no more uses. But yeah, I'm going to try to use side special into down special here. But yeah, Falcon jumped over it and then I died there. But yeah, luckily, I do get all of my tomes recharged after that, so I can use, like, Levin Sword again. So that's a good thing about dying, as, Robin has had all of her tomes recharge. But yeah, I basically wanted to either heal there with down special, because I really haven't used down special that much, and I usually use it a lot more than currently have. Or I wanted to try to die there so that way I could just reset my tomes. And I was already at like 160, I believe, on that spot. But yeah, I'm playing much more aggressive now because Falcon's in a pretty bad disadvantage, so he'll probably try to play aggressive. But if I can, like, out-aggressive Falcon, then that's really good. That's Robin. And Robin can kind of do that to some characters, but not all of them. And yeah, that's going to be a kill. I didn't get the sweet spot for the spike, but did get a strong enough hit to be able to kill, which I will definitely take. Yeah, Arc Fire's almost out, so I'm just going to throw out another one here, so that way it can disappear and recharge. Because it doesn't recharge until it's out, which is kind of the main problem I have with Robin, is that your tomes kind of either come back in at just the right time, or they disappear at the wrong time. Because I've had a lot of cases where I've gone for like a fair with Levin Sword, and it come back in at the perfect moment, and I've also had it been depleted whenever I land an Arc Fire, and then I'm not confident in landing the Arc Fire, so then I throw out a fair, and the Levin Sword depletes. Yeah, I thought I might try to spike Falcon with L1 there. I couldn't jump high enough to get above him, so I thought I could hit him with the second hit, but he side specialed. Yeah, that's gonna do some decent damage to Falcon and also get him off of me for a few seconds, and that catches his recovery. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Robin is definitely a very powerful character whenever you have all of your tomes in just the like right way. So if all of your tomes are full and all of your or your opponent's at a lower percent, so you can combo them better, and you're not at too high of a percent of where you get knocked off the stage a lot and enter disadvantage, and Robin is definitely pretty strong. But like in the middle of the match is where Robin kind of starts to deplete, because all of your tomes are gonna start disappearing, and you definitely need the tomes to do pretty significant damage. So you kind of have to use them very sparingly in like the middle of the game, especially if you're playing against like a real person. Like this Falcon wasn't playing that great against Robin, because Robin does have a pretty decent matchup against Falcon. But if you're playing a character like Fox, who can just get through your projectiles pretty easily and then approach you pretty safely, then it's definitely much more of a struggle for Robin. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream. I am going to be doing Shulk after this, so I will be doing that now. So actually, let me get these taunts a little bit better. I'm hitting all of the wrong buttons here. But yeah, if you want to in-depth look at tomes and things like that, then here is this, basically what Nintendo says about tomes. And then for taunts, you've got up taunt, side taunt, and down taunt. But yeah, that is going to be it. And now I'm going to just end this stream and then do another one after this, so I guess we'll see everyone in the next one.